I refuse to give up my entire life to become my brother's full-time caregiver. My younger brother Ryan is 14 and needs round-the-clock care. He was born with this muscular condition and severe developmental issues that mean he can't do anything for himself. He needs someone watching him every second he's awake and has to sleep in this special medical bed at night. Growing up, I always kind of knew my parents expected me to take over his care someday, but they never actually said it out loud until 3 weeks ago. My guidance counselor, Mrs. Adams, called a meeting because we needed to talk seriously about college. I'm 17 and a senior, so it was time to figure out my future. That's when my parents dropped the bomb. They told Mrs. Adams right there in her office that I wouldn't be going to college. No discussion, just a flat statement. When she asked why, my dad said they didn't have any money saved for it and they refused to fill out the financial aid forms. Mrs. Adams looked confused and asked if there was a specific reason they wouldn't help with FAFSA. That's when my mom finally said it. They need me to stay home and learn how to take care of Ryan full time. She said when they get older and can't handle his care anymore, I'll need to take over completely. My dad jumped in and started talking about care facilities. He said they'd never put Ryan in one of those places because residents get neglected and abused constantly. Then my mom said something that made my stomach turn. She asked what would happen if some awful nurse assaulted Ryan to get pregnant. She said Ryan couldn't stop someone or tell anyone if something happened, so I needed to protect him from that. I just sat there completely frozen while they laid out my entire future. They said I needed to focus on learning all his medical care, his feeding routine, how to change him, everything. My mom told me I probably wouldn't find a partner willing to take on Ryan anyway. She actually said I needed to be ready to leave anyone I was dating when the time came to become his caregiver, because according to them, no one else would make the sacrifices required. People are too selfish. That's when I finally found my voice. I told them I wanted my own kids someday, my own family. Being Ryan's full-time caregiver would make that impossible. I pointed out that Ryan's care had already stopped them from being involved in my life. They missed every single one of my school events. They never had time to help with homework or come to parent-teacher conferences. I told them I didn't want that for my future kids. My dad's face went bright red. He said I clearly didn't love my brother if I was willing to let him suffer in some facility. My mom started crying and said I was just like everyone else, selfish and only thinking about myself instead of the family member who already exists and needs help. She said a good brother would step up for the challenge and give Ryan the best care possible until he died. So I asked them the obvious question. Were they leaving me a bunch of money to pay for his care? Because full-time caregiving means I can't work a regular job. My dad said they barely had any money saved at all. I looked at both of them and said, so you want to leave me struggling to even feed myself while also taking care of Ryan's expensive medical needs? That's when they completely lost it. My mom started screaming that I was making everything about me, that I was being selfish and self-centered. My dad said I was abandoning my brother and that I should be ashamed. Mrs. Adams tried to calm everyone down, but my parents just grabbed their stuff and left. She's been trying to find ways around the financial aid thing, but so far nothing's working. My parents won't talk to me now unless it's to tell me how disappointed they are. Last night, my mom told me I'd regret this decision when Ryan ends up in a facility getting mistreated. This morning, I found this binder on my bed filled with all of Ryan's care instructions and medical information. Like they're still assuming I'll just give in and do what they want.